So good morning students. Today I want to explain briefly about three central tendency measures in statistics. How to find those in for ungrouped data. So first central tendency measure is mean of ungrouped data. You can ask me what is ungrouped and grouped data. Data is nothing but collection. But grouped and ungrouped is grouped means if you say 10 to 20 is a group, those age group students are somewhere, 20 to 30 age group students are somewhere. Like this we'll have a group that is called group. If you don't have any group, that is called ungrouped data, raw data. So this, for this, how to find the mean? So mean is nothing but sum of values of all observations divided by total number of observations. So this already you have done in your ninth class and previous classes. So here mean x denoted by x bar, and the formula is given by f1 x1 plus f2 x2 plus and so on f1 xn by f1 plus f2 plus and so on fn. You can ask me, sir, what is f1 and what is x1? Here x1, x2, xn are observations and f1 are their frequencies. So if you want to find the mean sum of all observations, you have to do that. Their sum of the products f1 x1, f2 x2 and f1 xn. I will explain with you an example so that you can understand better. So that is simply we can write that x bar is sigma fi xi by sigma fi. Sigma denotes for simplification for the summation. So that is the formula for arithmetic mean. We'll go with an example so that you can understand here. The mean of the marks obtained by the students. See, marks, 10 marks got by one student, 20 marks got by one student, 36 marks got by three students, like this. So for this we have to find the mean. For this you have the doubt that what is x and what is f, what is observations and what is frequency here. Here I am finding the mean of the marks, not the mean number of students. If you ask the mean number of students, then I will go with number of students as observations. Mean of the marks, so marks will be taken as observations. So now I will take that observations as marks, number of students as frequency. Now I'll multiply fi and xi. You can ask me, why should we multiply f and fi xi? See, if you want to write the data as 10, number of students 1, so 10 comma, another observation is 20 comma, another observation 36, you have to write 3 times 36 comma 36 comma 36. So instead of writing 36 comma 36 comma 36, I write 36 into 3. So I have done all the multiplications like that, f into x, and I got fx. So as the formula gives us summation of fi xi, sigma fi xi is equals to 800 and sigma fi is equals to 18. So now the formula mean x bar is equal to sigma fi xi by sigma fi, which is nothing but 800 by 18, which is nothing but 44.4. So the mean marks are 44.4. Now I'll go with a simple example so that you can understand very better. Find the mean of observations 264502. Here we know that mean is sum of observations by number of observations. So sum of observations I can add all 2 plus 6 plus 4 plus 5 plus 0 plus 2. So here that what I mentioned. 2 one time I have written 2. 6 one time. If 6 is taken 3 times, 6 6 6, I have to add 6 plus 6 plus 6. So instead of writing that 6 into 3, that is nothing but frequency. 3 times it occurs, like in the before example. 36 occurs in 3 times, so 36 into 3. So hence the sum of observations is 19 divided by 6. I got 3.166, which is nothing but 3.17. That is the mean. So and next one, central tendency measure is mode. Mode is nothing but a frequently occurred value is called mode. It occurs most frequently. So that is generally you will use in all general stores and grocery shops also. They will sell the items which frequently bought by the customers. So that is nothing but mode. So here I can go with some examples. Mode of the numbers. So then I have to go with first, we have to arrange all those in one order. That is 3, 4, 5 ascending order I have arranged. By observation I got that 6 occurs 4 times more than all the remaining. So 6 will be the mode of the data. So here some more have the doubt, if the mode, if all observations are occurred each number of times, same number of times. 2 occurs 3 times, 3 occurs 3 times, 4 occurs 3 times, then what will be the mode? So mode should be all the numbers. same number of times. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be the mode of that data. And one more doubt the students may get, that find the mode of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing is repeated. Then how? What will be the mode of this? So mode of this is nothing but no. There is no mode for this because no observation is repeated. So the number of observations are repeated. Yes, that will be the mode. Total. If it is equal, all the numbers will be taken as mode. We will discuss some interesting topics in mode even. So is the mode always at the center of the data? No, not necessary. For example, if I go with an example, mode of the data 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 999. So what is the mode here? 9. Where is the mode? It is in the end. It is not in the center. So 9 will be the mode. It is not necessary. It should be at the center of the data. Does the mode change if another observation is added to the data? This we have to observe. So if I add some observations, whether the mode of the data will change or not, it may or may not. Why? Because in this expression, for example, I have taken the mode of this data, 7 occurs 3 times, so mode will be 7. So if I add 3 or 5, the mode will not be changed, because 3 occurs 2 times, 5 occurs 2 times, it doesn't process the 7. So mode will not be changed. Mode won't be affected if we add 3 or 5 to this data. But if we add 2 or 4 or 6, the mode will be changed, because 2 occurs 3 times, 4 occurs 3 times, 6 occurs 3 times, then 7 occurs also 3 times. The mode was affected. It was changed to 2, 4, 6, 7. So mode may or may not be changed if the observation is added to the data. And the next centered tendency measure, very important one, is median. Median is nothing but middlemost value of the data. If there are 5 students in the bench, the middle student will be the median. That's the simple way. So middlemost observation is called the median. We'll go with some examples of median. So that is, if I go with median of the data, how to calculate the median? First, we have to arrange all the data values or observations in ascending order. After arranging the ascending order, you will get either odd number or even number. If n is odd, then the median will be n plus 1 by 2th observation. Here we have to remember that n plus 1 by 2 is not median. N plus 1 by 2th observation is median. So for this, we will go with n is even. The median will be the average of n by 2th and n by 2 plus 1th observations. If there are 6 students, the middle 2 students will be the median. So the average of those 2 observations will give us the median. I will explain with the examples. See, find the median of the data. Some values are given. Now I will arrange all them in ascending order, and I got the number of observations is odd, 9. So then the median will be n plus 1 by 2th observation. So n is 9, 9 plus 1, 10, 10 by 2, 5th observation. So here 5th observation means we have to take that. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the 5th observation. So 5th observation will be the median. Here the 5th observation is 5, so hence the median of the data is 5. If it is n is odd, if even, we will check how the median will be changed. If n is even, see, I will arrange all those in ascending order. I got 8 in number. So number of observations is even, then the median will be n by 2 and n by 2 plus 1th observations average. So what is n here? 8. So 8 by 2 means 4, and 4 plus 1 is 5. Those 4 and 5th observations average will be the median. So here we will find again what is 4th observation. 4th observation is 4, 5th observation is 5. So their average will be median of this data, 4 plus 5 by 2, 4.5. So now we'll go with another grouped data. Ungrouped data is given tabular form. Generally students think that if the tabular form is given, that is grouped data. No, grouped means I have already mentioned in the beginning. So about out of 50 marks obtained by 100 students. With this, for this data we have to find the median of the marks, median marks. So for this, first I have to arrange all them in ascending order. So I will get 20, 25, 28, 29, 33, 38, 42, 43, and the number of students as well. The total number of students is 100. So observations is even. So the median will be the same average of n by 2th and n by 2 plus 1th observations. That is 50th and 51st observations. Now have to find what is 50th observation and what is 51st observation. This is very difficult here itself. So what is 50th? Who is 50th student here? So 50th student will be the 50th observation. Where will be the 50th student? So for this we have to construct cumulative frequency. How can we construct cumulative frequency? See this. As it is, we'll take the marks, students and cumulative frequency. 20 marks, 6 students I got, up to 25, because up to 25 means I will get 6 and this 20. Total 26 students got less than or equal to 25. That is nothing but cumulative frequency. This is already we have known in grading system even. Up to 91 marks, up to 83 marks, like this. So similarly, if you observe the last one, up to 43, less than or equal to 43, how many students are there? 100. So these 100 students are got less than or equal to 43. So this is clear, I think so. So in this, what is the 50th observation? See, 6th observation, up to 6th observation is 20. Up to 26th observation is 25. So up to 50th observation is 28. So 50th observation is 28. From the table I can say that 50th observation is 28. And 51st observation, the next observation it will be, so that will be 29. So remember, think 20 marks you will write 6 and up to 25 you will write 26. So like that, the 51st observation is 29. So the average of those two will be 28 plus 29 by 2. 57 by 2, 28.5 will be the median of the data. What does the median tells us? These 100 students, 50 students are get less than 28.5 and remaining 50% of students get more than 28.5. Since it is the middlemost value, it will give us the idea of the observations which are below that and above that. This is the things about the ungrouped data of all the three: mean, median and mode. Mean exists for all numbers, median exists for all data, but mode may or may not exist. So these are the things you have to keep in mind. Wish you good luck, prepare well, and next videos I will explain detailedly the introduction part and statistics, about statistics, and central tendency measures. And very important thing is grouped data. For grouped data, how to find arithmetic mean, median, mode, I will explain you. Good luck, stay safe, stay home. Thank you.